to play. Warriors, come out to play. Warriors, come out to play.
Big excitement in Portland. It is the season finale. The Warriors taking on the Trailblazers. I guess the fellas are, there's no loss for enthusiasm in the final game of the season. We welcome you back to Warriors pregame.
Devin. What a way to finish the year for him.
He said he'd love to come back and be a Warrior again. Devean George with a steal. Oh, Steph Curry! What a play!
How about dribbling through traffic?
Oh, my goodness.
Nearly getting it stolen. The presence of mind to wheel a 360. Great ball handling skills and a terrific finish. And now you got another Warrior lead.
The oldest player on the floor for the Warriors to the youngest player. And Patty Mills, she's just been put through the spin cycle. And her Honda, great drive. Steph Curry, length of the court, spinning around Patty Mills, flipping it up and in. Our Honda, great drive.
What ball handling ability here. You get a big man reaching for it. You know it's a sucker play. You just put it down a little bit lower, then he's not playing defense.
To Monta. And now watching those two together. Curry handling and Monta the one-man fast break. They've combined for 53 points tonight on 19 of 38 shooting. Tolliver knocked it away. Throw it ahead again. Curry behind the back, and Ellis will get the freebie.
And you're back in business. 2-point game.
21 points by the Warriors off Blazer turnovers.
They find a little energy, don't they? Despite playing all the minutes.
Mills unable to finish. Tolliver, rebound number 13.
Now they need a little breather right here after that last flurry.
Steph three. Why not? Curry with 29. Monta with 29. Time is you cannot kill these guys. 8:59 remaining in the game. The dynamic duo is doing it again. Devean George has fouled out of the game. Devean George has fouled out of the game. The Warriors have played essentially 5 players the whole night. And Chris Hunter, who has been dragging that injured leg, is going to have to somehow, some way, do whatever he can do. Devean George, 16 points, 7 rebounds.
Nelly just sent him back. Said you can't play. He told Hunter to go back to the bench. Says, hey, no, you're not playing. Here it is. They want to do the same thing they did when Steph Curry fouled out and didn't have enough players.
Right.
They want Devean George to stay on the floor. That's it.
And it would take the technical foul. And see, the problem here is that Hunter has been injured in the game. What Don Nelson is saying is, I don't want to put an injured player back in He can't play. You can read his lips. He's been injured and he can't play. I mean, this is... We've seen Chris Hunter try to run up and down. He played 4 minutes in the first quarter, and he's hurt.
They're going to have to bring him in.
And this is because he's not fouled out of the game. So 4:47 left.
Watch out here. Don Nelson is really laying in to Phil Robertson.
Extra driving.
This is going to be a charge.
It's going to be a block on Chris Hunter. And he's
in the restricted area.
This is hard to watch. It's hard to watch.
Yeah, he's in the restricted area.
Yeah, it's a blocking foul.
Don Nelson's going to take him out of the game. He's telling right now, Eddie Efrush is taking him out of the game. Oh, they're trying to bring Devean George back in. Oh, this is really interesting. And this will be discussed elsewhere around the league.
Well, you can't have an injured player be forced to play. If you're injured when you get fouled, you can leave the game and someone else will shoot your free throws. But Don Nelson is saying I don't have enough healthy players. They're saying that Hunter hasn't fouled out of the game. So he can't be replaced.
So right now, there are 4 players on the floor.
And you can never have less than 5.
Don Nelson wants Devean George to go back in, and Eddie Rush is pointing at somebody else.
And so Ronnie Turiaf, who has had the injured knee, but he is in uniform. And so with Chris Hunter being hurt, Turiaf has got to play. George is fouled out.
And this debate just continues. And Don Nelson can't seem to convince the officials of the gravity of the situation or the rules. Anyway, they have a discrepancy about it.
Well, I'm telling you, Eddie Rush is correct in that Anthony Morrow and Ronnie Turiaf have not fouled out of the game. And they have not been injured in the game.
In the game.
Okay?
Yep.
And so what he's saying is they're in uniform. You have got to play him. Hunter is injured now. George has fouled out, but you have another player in a jersey that you got to put out there. What Nelly's saying, because the humanistic side, he's saying, look, I don't want to re-injure this guy right now. We got 3 minutes left of the season.
But, you know, by the rule, you're dressing 8 players that are ready to play. Well, Turiaf, I was going to say, how about if you just go in there and commit 6 quick fouls?
You could do that.
This is really interesting. Watch this.
Okay.
He takes Turiaf out.
Now watch what Nelly is doing. Turiaf, he's saying, is hurt. Now he's done. He's going to bring Morrow in, commit a foul. He's going to be done. And then Devean George is going to re-enter the game.
What a way to wind up with number 82. And
so,
here goes Anthony.
So Morrow's going to go in. And he has been banged up. He did not play last night.
Don said, see if he can play a little bit here. So he's not fouling anybody yet.
So Monta is called for the foul. Warriors have been called for 7 fouls in the quarter here.
I'm not sure.
And now Morrow is out. So now Devean George can re-enter the game because the Warriors have 8 players. That was the minimum. Hunter is injured and cannot play. Morrow is injured and cannot play.
He's leaving the the bench area.
And Turiaf is injured and cannot play.
What they did is a lot of drama here, isn't there?
And Mills missed them both. He made the technical free throw, missed the other 2 free throws. So Devean George is back in, and it's a 2-point game.
And he's going to stay.
And Curry ties it up. Batum, an air ball.
He can take him off the dribble. He chooses a 3.
And he bangs it home over him. He said, could the Warriors get to 2 minutes and be in a position, some way, somehow, to win? Well, they've done it.
It is now a rhetorical question.
Curry step back. Good! And a new career high.
He's 10 of 10 from the line tonight.
Curry, his first 40-point game of his career. The Warrior lead is 5 with 1:07 remaining. Portland's going to use the 22nd timeout.
And the Warriors are going to milk that for all they can.
Do they have 1:07 left in them? Don Nelson has been emotional. He has been intense. This is the game where the way this team has played in the last month plus, they have been in all of these games. They have scratched and clawed and hung in there despite being out-rebounded most nights. Second chance points tonight are 17-2. 1:07 remaining in a crazy season finale. And
San Antonio lost, right?
that's correct.
So the Blazers are number 6 no matter what. But they didn't want to lose this last home game. They haven't yet, but they're on the brink of it. How about this is a huge story to finish a season like this with the number of players they had on a back-to-back night.
And 4 games in 5 nights in 3 different cities. And Steph Curry has saved his best for last. 42 points, 9 rebounds, 8 assists. Monta, 34 points. It's a 6-point lead. Portland has 3-point shooters. And Steph Curry and Monta Ellis, you want to talk about watching fun basketball. Curry has been incredible.
How about 26 second-half points? He was good in the first half. 6 of 12, 2 of 4. But here in the second half, he's been even better. And clutch baskets from the perimeter, driving, getting to the line. 12 of 12 from the free throw line. And what a brilliant fourth quarter he has had. He's got 16 here in the fourth. 26 the second half, 16 in the
midcourt. I'd say Ellis and Steph Curry go for 76 of the 122. And the Iron Group finishes out the game, and the Warriors beat the Blazers 122-116. Don Nelson coached that one till the very end, and his players gave him everything he had. Collectively, just the character and the effort of this whole group has been fun to watch in some pretty daunting circumstances. And they go for 122. The Blazers had only given up 100 4 times in the last 19 games.
All those stats don't mean a thing when you're playing the Warriors, because they find ways to score. We talked about it before the game, and it came to fruition in this one, in a game that the Blazers initially had to win until they found out San Antonio lost. But what a game.
Our Metro
Tolliver, Steph Curry.
Our Metro PCS replay, we go back to Toronto and Don Nelson tying the record. The celebration, impromptu, and then to Minnesota, where he stands alone with the most wins of any coach in NBA history, 1,333. And then the 20-point comeback win over Oklahoma City, where his team awarded him the plaque to commemorate that before the game. The Don Nelson resume, 13 50-win seasons, 18 playoff seasons, but he's never had probably a crazier season than this.
Man, what a bizarre game, huh? I'll tell you one thing, if Stephen Curry isn't Rookie of the Year, there's something wrong. What a performance. Co-Rookie of the Year would be beautiful. Man, that guy is pretty special. And his performance tonight won a ball game when I really only had 5 guys. He had to play 48 minutes, and all those guys had great stamina to get through a game like that, and found a way to hang in there and win it. So I'm very proud of him. It was a pretty special game for us.
After George fouled out, what were your discussions with the officials?
It was predetermined in warm-up that 2 of my players couldn't play. To force those guys on the court, it's a legal issue, I think. That's not right. I got another player injured in the game. He was not going to return. That was clear, and I told the referees he couldn't return. I said I only have 5 left. The rule reads if you only have 5 players and a player fouls, it's a technical foul and the 2 free throws. And I understood that. That wasn't what I was arguing. They made me put an injured player back in the game. That's not right. I begged them, read the rules, call the league, do something. That's not the rule. You cannot be forced to put an injured player in the game. And they told me to just work with them and get through this. And they told me that what I had to do, put a guy in for a few seconds and then say he was injured. He was injured before. I said he's already injured. What do I have to do that for? Why do I just tell you he's injured? That's what I'm doing. Anyway, I did it their way. Wasn't the right way. There's already rules for that. I know the rule because I've been playing injured all year. So, but anyway, bottom line is we played a spectacular game. Had a great performance from all the 5 guys that were able to play. And like the guy said, they want the videotape of the game. They just think it was the greatest game they ever played it to do something like that. And you know what? They might be right.
You talked about Steph Curry and what he's done as a rookie. How about Williams and what he's done coming up from the D-League?
Well, my D-League guys, we've been bragging on them all year. They're just sensational. You know, the story tonight is Steph Curry. He single-handedly, with his pass, with his rebound, with his defense even, with his scoring, his shooting, spectacular. He just did the whole package tonight. He just showed what he's been doing really all year, but he took it to a different level tonight. And I hope the voters are watching.
You guys have missed 500 games because of injuries this year. Almost fitting that it ends this way with 5 guys playing 48 minutes.
Oh, it's not fitting. I mean, it's not the way we want it. I hate to wear those guys out like that. I had no place to go. I had no substitutes. And they just had to gut it out, which they did. But anyway, it was a special game. Thank you.
Well, there's a very proud head coach, not just of his rookie point guard, Steph Curry, but all the guys that played 40-plus minutes in this contest. No wonder they want the video to take on.
Well, there's a couple things. I think, getting the record, I think, was a high point for the team because they wanted it so bad for me. And it was just a special moment, really, to tie and then to achieve the record. And the team was so excited. It was like we won a championship. So that made it a lot of fun. The other thing I think is just the development of our rookie Curry, the development of our D-Leaguers who look like they're going to be very fine NBA players. And then just kind of waiting to see when these injuries clear themselves up this summer, how our veterans can do.
When you got that win, I said it was the best shot of the season. It's you guys in a huddle, and I just see your legs, and you're jumping up and down as if you're 30 years old. You know, I mean, I said, Coach has some hops still. Does that feel good to be jumping in the middle of that circle with the guys around you?
It felt great. I mean, those guys were so excited, and it made me excited about it. And I think I had a 70-year-old hop, not a 40-year-old.
You Warriors are good. Real good. The best.